Aspirants, welcome to Daily Chronicles by Abhiram IAS Academy. ఈ రోజు Daily Chronicles లో మనం ద హిందూ నుంచి వచ్చిన ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఆర్టికల్స్ గురించి నేర్చుకుందాము. అయితే ఆర్టికల్ సెలెక్షన్ ఎలా చేయాలనేది చాలా వీడియోస్ లో చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఈ రోజు మనం ఏం చేద్దాము అంటే ఏవైతే ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఆర్టికల్స్ ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తున్నామో వాటిని ప్రిలిమినరీ పర్స్పెక్టివ్ లో ఎలా చదవాలి, మెయిన్స్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్ లో ఎలా చదవాలి అనేసి నేర్చుకుందాము. అండ్ ఆల్సో ఇక్కడ మెయిన్స్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్ అంటే మనకి ఎడిటోరియల్ ఇవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది. ఎడిటోరియల్ లో ఇచ్చిన సెంటెన్సెస్ కానీ ఆ పారాగ్రాఫ్స్ కానీ ఎలా మెయిన్స్ ఆన్సర్ రైటింగ్ లో వాడాలో కూడా తెలుసుకుందాము. నౌ వితౌట్ ఎనీ వేస్ట్ లెట్స్ గెట్ స్టార్టెడ్. సో ఇది ఢిల్లీ ఎడిషన్. నేను ఢిల్లీ ఎడిషన్ న్యూస్ పేపర్ యూస్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో దట్ మీరు హైదరాబాద్ ఎడిషన్ ఆఫ్ పేపర్ యూస్ చేస్తుంటే ద పేజ్ నెంబర్స్ మైట్ బి స్లైట్లీ డిఫరెంట్. సో ఒకసారి చూసుకోండి, కంటెంట్ మట్టుకు సేమ్ ఉంటుంది. ద ఫస్ట్ ఆర్టికల్ వెన్ ఐ బీన్ సీన్ ద పేపర్ నాకు ఎక్కడ స్ట్రైక్ అయింది అంటే ఏది ఇంపార్టెంట్ అని తెలిసింది, యూపీఎస్సీకి ఏది అడుగుతాడు అని నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను అంటే అబౌట్ ది ఎర్త్ క్వేక్స్. మరి మేడం మీకు ఇది ఎలా తెలిసింది అంటే వెరీ సింపుల్. I have done my syllabus analysis, UPSC syllabus analysis, TSPSC syllabus analysis and APPSC syllabus analysis. దాని తర్వాత ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అనాలిసిస్ చేయడం కూడా జరిగింది. దీని వల్ల వాట్ ఐవ్ కమ్ టు నో ఇస్ విచ్ టాపిక్ ఇస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ ది ఎగ్జామ్. అండ్ అంతేకాకుండా ఎగ్జామ్ సిలబస్ చూసుకున్నట్టయితే మనకి జియో ఫిజికల్ ఫినామినాస్ అని చెప్పేసి బ్రాకెట్ లో కొన్ని జియో ఫిజికల్ ఫినామినాస్ ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. అండ్ అందులో వన్ ఆఫ్ ది థింగ్ ఇస్ ఎర్త్ క్వేక్స్. సో మీరు సిలబస్ అనాలిసిస్ సరిగ్గా చేస్తే definitely you will know what to read from the newspaper and the time to read the newspaper will be decreased. Is it clear? So first, what is the important article for the examination ante earthquakes. What is the news? 188 dead, 1500 injured as earthquakes hits Venezuela. Mari preliminary point of view lo ela adugutadu ante earthquakes enti, P waves ఏంటి అంటే దాని నుంచి వచ్చే వేవ్స్ ఏంటి, S waves ఏంటి, P waves కి S waves కి డిఫరెన్సెస్ ఏంటి, టెక్టానిక్ ప్లేట్స్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఇలా అడగడం జరుగుతుంది. మెయిన్స్ కి వచ్చేసరికి క్వశ్చన్ ఎలా అడుగుతాడు అంటే వాట్ ఇస్ ఎర్త్ క్వేక్, వాట్ ఇస్ ఫినామినా ఫర్ ది ఎర్త్ క్వేక్, కాసెస్, కాన్సిక్వెన్సెస్, ఎఫెక్ట్స్, ఫార్మేషన్, ఇది అడగడం జరుగుతుంది. క్లియర్? సో నేను ఇప్పుడు మీకు చూపిస్తాను ఎలా చదువుకోవాలి అని చెప్పేసి. ఈ వేళ చదివితే ఇట్ విల్ బి ఈజీ ఫర్ ది ఎగ్జామినేషన్. నౌ let's see the topic in detail. First, why this is a news? Because earthquakes have been hit Venezuela. ekkada ఏ places లో హిట్ చేశారు, హిట్ అయింది అంటే మొరాన్ అండ్ ఆల్సో కెరాకస్. This is fine. Now the most important thing is we have been got double earthquakes. Double earthquakes. ఈ double earthquakes ఎందుకు కాస్ అయ్యాయి అది కూడా తెలుసుకుందాము. And now why this is very much of disaster, endukanta disaster ni cause chesindi ante because two earthquakes have been occurred within a span of less time and that too with a magnitude of 7.2 and 7.5. You can see the death rate, 188 people were died and almost 1500 people were injured. This is clear. Mari ee earthquake asalu ela vastundi? What is earthquake? What is earthquake? Simple. Divide the term earth and quake. Quake ante enti? Something breaking out or shaking out. Earth ante enti? You know the earth. So simply earthquake is nothing but shaking of the earth's crust caused by, cause enti? Sudden release of energy. Ee sudden release of energy ela jarugutundi? By the movement of rocks along the faults, volcanic activity or any other geographical process. Is it clear? మరి ఎక్కడ జరుగుతుంది, ఏ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఎర్త్ లో జరుగుతుంది? మనం ఎర్త్ తీసుకుంటే ఎర్త్ ఇస్ డివైడెడ్ ఇంటూ కోర్, mantle, crust. I have come from into out. First is crust, second is mantle and the third is core. Crust, mantle, core. ఈ కోర్ లో ఏముంటుంది, క్రస్ట్ లో ఏముంటుంది, మ్యాంటల్ లో ఏముంటుందో చూస్తే అది తర్వాత చూద్దాము. అయితే ఎక్కడ జరుగుతుంది అంటే ఇట్ ఏ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఎర్త్స్ క్రస్ట్, దట్ ఈస్ యువర్ స్టార్టింగ్ లేయర్ ఆఫ్ ది ఎర్త్. ఇఫ్ యూ కన్సిడర్ this as the earth, the starting layer అంటే the surface layer of the earth where crust is located, there the shaking will be taking place. కంప్లీట్ గా ఎర్త్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుందా? ఎర్త్ బ్రేక్ అవ్వదు. క్రస్ట్ పైన ఉండే లేయర్ అనేది బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది. ఈ క్రస్ట్ పైన ఏముంటుంది? విల్ కమ్ టు నో. సో ఫస్ట్ వాట్ ఇస్ ఎర్త్ క్వేక్, దీని డెఫినేషన్ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఎప్పుడైనా సరే వాట్ ఇస్ ఎర్త్ క్వేక్ అన్నప్పుడు డెఫినేషన్ తో స్టార్ట్ చేయండి ఒక ఆన్సర్ ని. Now, an earthquake is the shaking of the earth's crust caused by sudden release of energy. ఈ sudden release of energy ఎలా వస్తుంది అంటే along the movement of rocks, due to the movement of rocks, movement of rocks along your faults or else volcanic eruption జరిగినప్పుడైనా సరే you can find the earthquake or any other geographical process. Is this clear? This is your earthquake. మరి ఎలా జరుగుతుంది ఈ షేకింగ్ ప్రాసెస్ ఎలా జరుగుతుంది అనేసి కూడా చూద్దాము. ఫస్ట్ దిస్ ఇస్ ది ఇంటీరియర్ ఆఫ్ ది ఎర్త్ స్ట్రక్చర్. ఇందాక అనుకున్నాం కదా, క్రస్ట్, mantle, outer core, inner core. మనకి ఇక్కడ కావాల్సింది two things. One is crust and your outer mantle. Inner mantle. Crust plus your inner mantle is forming something called lithosphere. Crust. Yeah. Your crust plus mantle, uppermost mantle. Here, uppermost mantle is forming something called lithosphere. ఈ lithosphere ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే, ఈ lithosphere కి earthquake కి సంబంధం ఏంటి అంటే, lithosphere is holding certain plates. Usually we call tectonic plates. మంచి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, earthquakes formation ఎలా జరుగుతుంది. సో earthquake ని మనం ఏమంటాం, షేకింగ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఎర్త్. ఓకే, మరి ఎర్త్ కంప్లీట్ గా షేక్ అవుతుందా, ఫాల్టింగ్ అనేది జరుగుతుందా ఎర్త్ లో అంటే నో. ఎక్కడ జరుగుతుంది, క్రస్ట్ పైన జరుగుతుంది. ఈ క్రస్ట్ పైన ఏముంటాయి అని అంటే, దేని వల్ల వస్తుంది అంటే లిథోస్పియర్, దట్ ఇస్ క్రస్ట్ ప్లస్ యర్ అప్పర్ మోస్ట్ మాంటిల్, దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ లిథోస్పియర్. ఈ లిథోస్పియర్ లో ఏం ప్రెసెంట్ అయి ఉంటాయి అంటే మీకు ప్లేట్స్ అనేవి ఉంటాయి. యూజువల్లీ వి కాల్ టెక్టానిక్ ప్లేట్స్. ఓకే, ఈ టెక్టానిక్ ప్లేట్స్ అంటే ఇవి నార్మల్ గా స్టాటిక్ గా ఉండవు, ఇట్ విల్ బి షేకింగ్ ఆల్వేస్. The movement will be happening always. దీని వల్ల మనకి ఫ్రిక్షన్ జనరేట్ అయిపోయి earthquake అంటే release of energy will be occurring. That is what we calling as earthquake. Clear? Are you able to see lithosphere? The crust plus your uppermost mantle is your lithosphere. ఈ lithosphere దగ్గర ప్లేట్స్ అనేవి ఉంటాయి. ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్ అర్థమైంది కదా. Now you have been seeing lithosphere, tectonic plates. Due to conventional currents, the movement, you will be causing the disturbances in the interior of the earth. అదంతా బానే ఉంది. మరి ఈ మూమెంట్ ఉంటుంది కదా, see, take these two books, imagine these two books as your plates. lithosphere దగ్గర plates ఉంటాయి కదా. Now these two plates, one is moving to the left and other is moving to the right. One is moving to the left. Now see the direction. One is moving to the left and other is moving to the right. ఇక్కడ మీకు ఫ్రిక్షన్ మీద ఉంటుంది. ఇవి స్మూత్ గా ఉండొచ్చు. దీస్ ఆర్ ది బుక్స్, యూ కెన్ థింక్ దీస్ ఆర్ వెరీ స్మూత్. బట్ ఇమాజిన్ ది హార్డ్ రాక్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ కొలైడింగ్ అగేన్స్ట్ ఈచ్ అదర్. Imagine hard rocks which are colliding against each other. This is going to the left side, this is going to the right side. Collision is happening. Due to this collision, certain friction is developed. Now, when this friction is developed, somewhere the rocks may be locked up each other. Somewhere the rocks may be locked up each other. Pressurized chassis due to different kinds of geographical phenomena, atmospheric pressures. Okay, lock అయిపోయిన rocks, they want to release all of a sudden. They want to come out. They want to break each other. What they'll do? They will slowly again start moving. They will be moving again such that, see here, such that when they're moving far away, a collision or the energy is getting released. Are you able to understand? These are the tectonic plates. One is moving to the left. I mean, both are moving in the opposite direction to each other. One is to the left and one is to the right. Okay. ఈ మూమెంట్ లో ఫ్రిక్షన్ అనేది జనరేట్ అవుతుంది. ఈ ఫ్రిక్షన్ జరిగినప్పుడు ఇంటర్లాకింగ్ అనేది అవుతుంది కొన్నిసార్లు. ఇంటర్లాకింగ్ నుంచి వదిలేసుకోవాలి కదా. When they want to detach, they are detaching with a forceful destruction. That is where your energy is getting released. So, convergent boundaries, that means plates convergent ante enti, plates coming ila converge avadam, okati kindiki okati paiki vellipovam, coming towards each other. So that what is happening, collision of plates is happening. Ee collision of plates jariginappudu you can see oceanic plate, tectonic plate, here the subduction is happening resulting in your volcanoes aina sare, earthquakes aina sare. Now this movement, see, ఇలా వస్తుంది కదా. Can you see the formation of mountains here? Can you see the formation of mountains? See, one plate, the other plate, they're coming and colliding each other. They're converging each other. This is also leading to the formation of mountains. This is also leading to the formation of mountains. Gurtunchukondi, convergent plating valla, convergent plate boundary valla. What is happening? Earthquakes is occurring. So you will be also having your volcanoes and also the construction of mountains. Tarvata, this convergence kada. Ipu divergence. Plates want to move away from each other. Plates want to move away from each other. Now what is happening? See, tectonic, oceanic plate or your continental plate, they're moving against each other. They're moving against each other. Now what is happening? Ikkada nunchi magma rise avutadi. This is here sea floor spreading also. This is same phenomena for here sea floor spreading, where a new sea will be formed. New water movement will be formed. Okay, such that the result is new crust is formed. Volcanic activity takes place here. Magma will be coming out. Ante kakunda, there is something called transform boundaries. So what is this transform boundaries? Is plates sliding towards each other. They're కన్వర్జెన్స్ లేమో ఇలా ప్లేట్స్ దగ్గరకు వస్తున్నాయి, డైవర్జెన్స్ లేమో విడిపోవాలనుకుంటున్నాయి, ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ లేమో లైక్ దేర్ స్లైడింగ్ ఈచ్ అదర్, ద స్లైడింగ్ అగేన్స్ట్ ఈచ్ అదర్. దీని వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది? అగైన్ ది ఎర్త్ క్వేక్స్ ఇస్ ఫార్మింగ్ అలాంగ్ ది ఫాల్ట్ లైన్స్. Clear? So there are three types of plate movements: convergent, divergent and also the transform boundaries. Is it clear? Interior of the earth chusam, ela earthquake అనేది స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది, డెవలప్ అవుతుంది అని కూడా చూసాము. అయితే వెనెజులాలో this earthquake, why it has caused a huge destruction is that, first, magnitude. It has been come up with 7.2 and 7.4 kind of magnitude. రిమెంబర్, ఒక్కొక్క మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు ఆల్మోస్ట్ 32 times దాని ఎనర్జీ కూడా ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. ఒక్క మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ పెరుగుతున్న కొద్దీ దాన్ని రిలీజ్ చేసే ఎనర్జీ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఇట్ విల్ బి 32 times more than the one magnitude of the energy. Clear? Understood? So it has been come up with 7.2 of the magnitude. అండ్ అంతే కాకుండా షాలో ఫోకస్, ఇక్కడ డెప్త్ చూసుకున్నట్టయితే ఇట్ ఈస్ లెస్ దెన్ 70 kilometers ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ షాలో, దట్ షాలో ఎర్త్ క్వేక్స్ హ్యావ్ బీన్ అకర్డ్. మీకు సర్ఫేస్ కి ఇంకా ఇంటీరియర్ ఆఫ్ ది ఎర్త్ కి చూసుకుంటే ఇట్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ అకర్డ్ అట్ జస్ట్ 70 kilometers ఆఫ్ యువర్ డిస్టెన్స్. దట్ ఈస్ వై ద ఎర్త్ క్వేక్ అంటే ఎర్త్ క్వేక్ డిజాస్టర్ అనేది ఎక్కువగా ఉందన్నట్టు. ద డిఫరెన్స్ ఇస్ వెరీ లెస్. Okay, next, 2 earthquakes have been occurred within 1 minute of span. ఇలా జరుగుతుందా మేడం అంటే ఇంతకు ముందు జరిగింది, ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ జరిగింది. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ అర్బన్ ఏరియా. మోస్ట్లీ ఎక్కడ వచ్చింది ఇది? మొరాన్ అండ్ కెరాకస్ లో వచ్చింది. అండ్ ఇక్కడ చూసుకున్నట్టయితే దిస్ ఇస్ కంప్లీట్లీ వేర్ అర్బన్ లైఫ్ ఈస్ దర్. అర్బన్ లైఫ్ ఇస్ దర్. సో మెనీ బిల్డింగ్స్, హ్యూజ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ పాపులేషన్ ఇస్ దర్. And also it led to more casualties also. Next ఏం చూద్దాము అంటే, సింపుల్, the process of formation of earthquakes. ఈ ఎనర్జీ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది? Where does this energy get stored in the earth? First, can you see this falls? Can you see this plates moving away from each other? They basically do that. They're not stationary in nature. So, well, collisions జరుగుతూనే ఉంటవి, మూమెంట్ అనేది జరుగుతూనే ఉంటుంది. Tarvata, movement, like they're coming each other or moving each other. When it is happening, certain energy is released due to this stress. Certain energy is released due to this stress. Now this stress, it is giving, like they're breaking up each other. Breakup jargetappudu enormous energy is released. And this is traveling to your upper side. Let me show you. The other one, focus and hypocenter అని ఉంటుంది. ఎక్కడైతే మనకి స్టార్టింగ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఎనర్జీ రిలీజ్, స్ట్రెస్ వల్ల ఏదైతే బ్రేకింగ్ అప్ ఆఫ్ లైన్ ఉంటుందో, ఫ్రమ్ దేర్ ద ఎనర్జీ ఇస్ రిలీజ్ టు ది ఫస్ట్ ఎక్కడైతే టచ్ అవుతుందో దట్ ఈస్ ఎన్ ఎపిసెంటర్. ఎక్కడైతే రిలీజ్ ఆఫ్ ఎనర్జీ వస్తుందో దట్ ఈస్ యువర్ హైపోసెంటర్. ఫోకస్, hypocenter, release of energy to the first point where it is moving, and see it is very perpendicular direction lo veltundi. That is your epicenter. Remember the words focus ante focus ante hypercenter, and ekkadaithe perpendicular the first touch avutundo that is your epicenter. Is this clear? And next, let's see what are the causes of earthquakes. Earthquake deni dwara reasons dwara cause avutundani chuddam. First, along your fault zones, as you have been seeing this is due to tectonic plates stress develop avvadam valla ila faulting anesi vastundi. When this faulting is there, energy is released. Next enti, due to plate tectonics, plate boundaries indaki chusam kada, lithosphere lo plates anivi untayi, we call it as tectonic plates. In tectonic plate movements valla like you can see the earthquakes eppudu convergence ainappudu, divergence ainappudu, and also for the transform boundaries also. Next enti, volcanic earthquakes. Yes, volcano release aina sir, volcano when it is releasing up, you can see the massive amount of energy also being coming up. It is leading to the earthquakes. So volcanoes too causes here earthquakes. Remember this. Tarvata enti, human induced earthquakes. For example, mining gani, drilling gani, oiling gani, reservoir constructions, or any nuclear explosions. This is also leading to your earthquakes. Now, what are the causes of earthquakes? First is here fault lines, fault zones. Next is here plate tectonics. Third is here you can see volcanic eruptions, and fourth is human made errors. Clear? Tarvata, let's see what is a seismic double. Okay, indaka manam anukunnam kada Venezuela lo 2 earthquakes. It has been come up with 1 minute of gap. Manila possible avutunda? Yes, it is possible. First em jaruguntundi ante, when the earthquake has been occurred, already it has been released an enormous amount of energy because 7.2 magnitude తో వచ్చింది కాబట్టి already disturbance shaking అంతా అయిపోయింది. తర్వాత ఈ disturbance, it has been increased the intensity. This disturbance, first time it has been come, now it has been passed to the other plates also. Then the energy has been doubled and again an earthquake has been occurred. So, meaning enti ante, double earthquake occurs when 2 major earthquakes of comparable magnitude, that is 7.2 and 7.4 has been strike together. That is here, we call it as seismic double. Within a short period, 2 earthquakes occur avadam anedi seismic double. Now, how it forms? Basically, scientists are saying that the stress released by the first earthquake can rapidly transfer to a nearby fault segment, triggering large eruption. First already వచ్చింది కదా, already అది enormous amount of energy release చేసి ఉంటుంది. ఇదేం చేసింది? Now this has been become a trigger point for the other faults to break, other plates to break. That is why you got seismic double. Clear? Now, it has been occurred before. Yes, it has been occurred before. For example, 2007 Sumatra lo ochindi, 2006 lo Kuril Islands lo ochindi, Alaska lo ochindi, Japan and Philippines lo you can see number of times double earthquakes have been occurred, and that too with the magnitude of 8. Clear? So now you have come to know what is an earthquake. What is an earthquake? Shaking of the earth. They enduk shake avutundi due to the massive release of energy. Why? Because for movement of the fault lines, or also for the volcanic eruptions valla aina sare, or inka enti human made errors valla aina sare. These are the causes. We have been explained how the earthquake has been occurring, formation of earthquake, phenomena of earthquake discussed chesamu, causes also we have been discussed, and the most important here is seismic double. This is important. Seismic double, this is important for the exam. Is that clear? So, first we have been discussed with earthquake. Second, let's see what is important for the examination. Somewhere I was able to see about the emergency, and also Modi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been quoted about emergency yesterday. Let's see about that issue. Where is that? It is page number wait, let us move. Yeah, page number 14 of Delhi edition. Here 2 articles you can see. One, NCERT have been introduced emergency topic in your class 9 textbook. It is said by your Educational Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. And also the immediate article, the side article you can see, emergency was a direct assault on constitution said by the Modi. Two simultaneous articles side by side. Why? Why does this emergency come yesterday is? Because yesterday, that is 25th of June, we are marking the 51st anniversary of imposition of emergency. 51st anniversary of imposition of emergency. And beside article, it is telling that NCERT introduces 1975 emergency in class 9 textbook. So, manaki exam ki em kavalane nechkundamu. What is important for the exam? And yesterday marked the 51st anniversary of national emergency. Emergency ante enti? Any types of emergencies untai? National emergency ante enti? Ellanti situations lo national emergency ni ivvochu, and national emergency ichinappudu what are the rights affecting for a citizen? Ivanni nechkundamu. This is again important for both preliminary and mains. Clear? First, emergency. What ante idi constitution lo unda? Is this located in the constitution? Yes, it is located in the constitution. Which article is supporting that? Article 352. Article 352 says that when India is affecting its sovereignty, security, unity, integrity, India lo, Bharat lo, if its sovereignty, security, unity, integrity is getting disturbed, then what you can do? Center can take the state's control into its hand. This is given by the constitution. Then the other thing, when a state is not listening to the center, or when a state is not going forward as your constitution, if it is going against the constitution, then comes the emergency. That we call as president's rule. Any types of emergencies నేర్చుకున్నాము. Basically 3 types of emergencies are there. What are they? Let's see. ఏ ఆర్టికల్ దేనికి సపోర్ట్ చేస్తుంది అనేది కూడా చూద్దాము. అయితే ఫస్ట్ ఎమర్జెన్సీ అంటే ఏంటి? 2 types of things are there. One, when. Clearly listen. When India's sovereignty, security, integrity, unity is getting disturbed, then center can take the control of the states. Clear? Or else when the constitution is getting disturbed by the states, then also I can keep the emergency. But there is like national emergency, there is like president's rule, there is like financial emergency. Clear? ఈ 3 types of emergencies అనేవి కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడం మనకి జరిగింది. అయితే ఫస్ట్ లెట్స్ సీ వన్ బై వన్. అండ్ ఇక్కడ మనం ఫోకస్ ఏరియా ఏంటి అంటే ఓన్లీ అబౌట్ ద నేషనల్ ఎమర్జెన్సీ. లెట్స్ సీ. Now, what is a national emergency? A national emergency is an extraordinary constitutional provision. Extraordinary constitutional provision under which article 352, that is allowing the union government, that is a center, union government to assume the wide powers when the security of India or any part of the territory is getting disturbed. Okay, మరి disturbance ఏంటి? ఈ disturbance ఎలా కాస్ అవుతుంది ఇండియాకి? Due to war, external aggression or armed rebellion. బయట నుంచి వార్ జరిగినప్పుడైనా సరే, ఇంటర్నల్ కాన్ఫ్లిక్ట్స్ ఉన్నా సరే, ఎక్స్టర్నల్ అగ్రెషన్ బయట నుంచి మనకి హామ్ ఉన్నా సరే, ఆర్ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు ఆర్మ్డ్ రెబెలియన్. ఈ పర్పసెస్ లో వీ కెన్ ఇంపోజ్ నేషనల్ ఎమర్జెన్సీ, వార్, ఎక్స్టర్నల్ రెబెలియన్ అండ్ ఆల్సో యువర్ ఆర్మ్డ్ రెబెలియన్. క్లియర్? నౌ వాట్ ఇస్ ఆర్టికల్ 352 టెల్లింగ్? 352 పవర్ ఇచ్చింది కదా, మరి ఏం చెప్తుంది ఆర్టికల్ 352? Article 352 is telling that it is empowering the president. Now, who has right to impose the national emergency? It is your president. Is president alone sufficient? No. Let's see who are the supporting factors. First, Article 352 is empowering the president to proclaim a national emergency when the security of India or any territory is threatened by the war, external aggression or the armed rebellion. These 3 conditions: war, armed rebellion, external aggression. These 3. Done? Now, before going more into the national emergency, let's see how many types of emergencies are mentioned in your constitution. 3 types. National emergency supported by Article 352. 356, that is your President's Rule, that is state emergency. And also Article 360, that is a financial emergency. Until now in India, no financial emergency have been imposed once. Clear? 3 articles. Article 352, that is your national emergency. Article 356, that is your state emergency or President's Rule, when you're not listening to the Constitution, when you're not following the Constitution. And 360, that is a financial emergency. Until now in India, no financial emergency was imposed even once. Is this clear? These are the causes you have been seen. Now, let's go to the national emergency. And you may also get the doubt, what is a war? For example, if India-China war is happening, or India-Pakistan war is happening, or any of the country where India is fighting with, we usually don't fight, but we will protect ourselves. If that situation is there, then center can take the entire control of India. That is Bharat. Center can take entire control of your Bharat. Next, what is your external aggression? That is attack by any country without a formal declaration of war. Here the war is there. This is a formal declaration. External aggression without any formal declaration of war, if I'm going, that is your external aggression. For an example, border incursions. Next, airstrikes. You might have been recently seen airstrikes, border incursions, missile attacks or naval attacks. This is your external aggression. Now, third one is here, the most important thing, armed rebellion. If an organized armed uprising against the government of India within India or outside India, then you go for your armed rebellion. Large-scale insurgency, armed revolution, and violent attempts to overthrow the government. Then also, government take the control, the center can take the control of all the states of India. Is it clear? War, external aggression, and also your armed rebellion. Clear? Now, this. First, let's see the procedure. Yeah. National emergency. Who declares and how? Who declares and how? See, who declares a national emergency? It is the president. President declares a national emergency. Now, is it a sole purpose of the president decision? No. Now, whom it is supported? Because president acts under aid and advice of the ministers. Aid and advice of the ministers. That is Council of Ministers. Now, who is giving this aid? Cabinet ministers are giving this aid. See, Union Cabinet. First, President of India declares a national emergency, but there is a clause again. President cannot act independently. President cannot act independently. Now, is this from starting? No. It is not from starting. After the 1975 emergency, which was invoked by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, after this, now there has been come a litigation that alone Prime Minister or President cannot have the emergency. It has to be backed up, it has to be supported, the decision has to be supported by whom? By the Union Cabinet, And that too, it's not oral. It is a written recommendation. Written recommendation by the Union Cabinet. Remember this. Given by President but not independently. It has to be backed up or it has to be supported by written recommendation of the Union Cabinet. Is it clear? Because this prevents misuse of individual Prime Minister and also the President sometimes. Now, this is the procedure. Cabinet gives the written recommendation, President issues the proclamation, and both houses of Parliament has to approve, and the next emergency comes into the operation. Now here see, both houses of Parliament must approve. But remember, it requires special majority. Now what is a special majority? That is, majority of total membership of each house and also majority of not less than 2/3 of members present and voting. This is your special majority. This has to be given. It has to be approved by special majority. Majority of total membership of each house and also majority of not less than 2/3 of members present and voting. No. Okay, president has been given. Immediately does the proclamation or the approval comes? No. It's not immediately. It's sometimes immediately, but it has a process too. It has to be passed to the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha within 1 month. Both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha has to give the permission. Within 1 month after the proclamation of the president, within 1 month, both Lok Sabha and also Rajya Sabha should accept this. Okay, both are accepting. Yes, it comes into the decision then. It comes into the approval then. Clear? Now, when this national emergency is coming up, what did I say? Center is taking the whole powers. Center is taking the whole powers, whole control. Now, what powers have been the center? What are the powers holding with the center? First, effect on center and state relations. Now, how it affects the center and state? If we see the legislative, executive and judiciary or finances, first, judiciary will not get disturbed anyway. Executive relations, normally the states exercises its executive power independently, but when the emergency is declared, the union government can direct any state to exercise its executive powers. Now, center will tell that state do this, but before the emergency, state is functioning independently, but when emergency is there, state has to listen to the center at any cost. Is it fine? Now, legislative relations. Normally, state legislature makes laws on state list, but when national emergency is given, Parliament can legislate the laws on the state list. Parliament can also legislate on the state list. And it's not that. And also, state legislatures continue to exist, but Parliament law prevails. State legislators also will be there. But who is the upper hand? Who is the boss here? It is your Parliament. Parliament also can make the state list. It can also prevail the subjects with regarding to the state list also. Clear? Now coming to the financial relations, again, the president may modify the distribution of sharing between the center and the states. The president can modify the distribution of revenues between your center and state. This is the effect on center and state relations. Not only that, one more is also getting affected. That is on legislature, how it is getting disturbed. As a state, who can now make the laws with respect to the states? Parliament can make it. The same thing. It's normal tenure 5 years. Now Lok Sabha can be extended for 1 more year. For 1 more year during the emergency. Till how much long it can be extended? Is it indefinite? No. Extension cannot continue beyond 6 months after your emergency is ending up. At a stretch, you can extend to 1 year, but if emergency ceases within 6 months, the parliamentary function should be happening. The Lok Sabha should be dissolved. Completely dissolved? No. The tenure of the term of Lok Sabha will be getting dissolved. Is it clear? When national emergency is there, what you are doing? You are extending that time by 1 year a stretch. Then, however, the extension cannot continue beyond 6 months after the emergency ceases. This is one of the most important points you have to remember. Next, what is happening? Similarly, Parliament can extend the tenure of state assemblies too. Not only Lok Sabha, but also state assemblies too for 1 year. At a stretch, it can be extended for 1 year too. The same, if the emergency ceases, it has to be stopped by 6 months, within the 6 months. Not only that, it is also affecting our fundamental rights too. It is also affecting our fundamental rights. Let's see how it is getting affected. First, there becomes the suspension of Article 19. What is Article 19? Right to freedom. Now, how my freedom is curtailed? How my freedom is curtailed? See, remember this, when the national emergency is there, automatically Article 19 is automatically getting suspended. Which article is supporting this again? Article 358 of Indian Constitution is supporting this. What is telling? When the national emergency is there, automatically the rights are suspended. Article 19 is suspended. No formal, again, presidential order is needed for this. But after emergency, as usual, the Article 19 will be there. Is this clear? Now, not only that, other articles if you see, like 359 is supporting. This is 358 with respect to the Article 19. 359 is telling that some of the rights can be cancelled by the courts or by the government. But President may suspend the right to move to the courts for enforcement of certain specified fundamental rights. Clear? But at any cost, your Article 21 will not be get suspended. Remember this, okay? Article 358 is telling that automatically when national emergency is there, Article 19 gets suspended. And also Article 359 is telling that President may suspend certain fundamental rights. Is it clear? This is about your emergency. This is with respect to your emergency. Is it clear? And NCERT is introducing 1975 emergency into the NCERT class 9 textbooks. And also President Modi has been quoted, that is tweeted yesterday in his account, because yesterday was the anniversary of 51st national emergency. And this is very important for your examination, whether any state PSCs, whether it is preliminary or mains, this topic is very much important. Remember the points. Now, let's go to the editorials. I found two important most editorials for the day. That is one speaking about the artificial intelligence and other speaking about the, what is other? Yeah, India's shipbuilding ambitions can set sail with Korea. I like these two articles most because the terminology they used in the newspaper is very good. And you can use this in your mains too. Let's see the heading first. Keeping humanity at the center of the AI revolution. Keeping humanity at the center of AI revolution. A quick story. Let's see a quick story. When the Earth has been started, we evolved till here. How did we evolve? We started invention of fire. We started invention of wheel. We started moving. We started agriculture. The practices of agriculture. We started many things. Now where we are? We introduced the best child of us. We have made the best child of us, that is the bestest ever version. That is artificial intelligence. Human is the most intelligent creature on the earth. But what did the human do? Human have been created ultra intelligent person than us. That is the artificial intelligence. Now, what is this artificial intelligence doing? I think everyone have been seen the Robo movie. That is exactly what the article is telling about. We are compromising the humanity somewhere because artificial intelligence, that is Robo, cannot feel anything. It cannot feel the love. It cannot feel the pain. It cannot feel the baby. It cannot feel anything. But AI is replacing almost everything. AI is replacing almost everything. But you are somewhere compromising the humanity. Artificial intelligence should help us. It should not override us. That is what the article is trying to tell. So, see the lines, I felt the sentences are very good. At the peak of human history, the artificial intelligence revolution stands out as a transformative movement, harnessing the infinite potential of the science and innovation in the service of humankind. I'll just show the sentence, one of the word. Yeah. Even the gods might be envious. The artificial intelligence is something that even the gods might be envious. Gods might also be thinking that, how did they do? And The automating of tedious tasks involving repetitive work and free time for leisure, expanding access to, that is, see, we're not using artificial intelligence in health, in education, in medicine, healthcare, cancer, everywhere we are using this artificial intelligence. And now the author have been come to the connection of technology and human lives. See, find a very good word here. Even so, the question about the future of human society and the destiny of intelligence. Society and the destiny of intelligence. What is your destiny of intelligence? Where till the artificial intelligence can work. Now in the Robo movie also, someone will ask, giving a knife, what will the robot do with that knife? It can do two things. One, it can kill a person, or it can be used for other purposes, which is very useful for cutting something like that, cutting the vegetables like that. Now the thing is, the author is questioning, how will the artificial intelligence know about this? See, when humankind is becoming greedy, artificial intelligence will also behave greedy. When the humanity is becoming rude or tough, artificial intelligence also behaves the same way. Why? Because it is the one which we made. It will act like us. If we are becoming greedy, then automatically AI also will becoming greedy. So, when a knife is given to the surgeon, he operates. When it is given to a terrorist, he kills. That difference will not be known by the artificial intelligence. Who has to know that? It is us. It acts as us. Because it is the best ever child we have been created. That's the best and ultimate version of us. Now, author is telling that technology and human values. Even so, question about the future of human society and the destiny of intelligence are most vigorously debated by the philosophers, scientists, statesmen, and also technology cars. And also, I have been found some other word called amazing abundance. The claims of AI protagonists about the amazing abundance of goods and services and the caution against the slowing down of scientific progress through regulation must be contended with compiling questions about the necessity of ethical guardians. The same story what I said. And also, I have been come across, are we ready? Are the humans ready for an endless technological disruption and a global epidemic of stress caused by the prolonged volatility in the market job? That is, the question the author is asking is that, can really AI replace us? Due to this AI, see, the other thing also have been come. I like the statements what the author have tried to tell. Clearly, the fact that passionate proponents of AI have cautioned against summoning of devil without a kill switch. Summoning of a devil without kill switch. The story what I have been told, there is no ultimate, like, till where we can go, till when this technology stops. Google replaced by ChatGPT. Now ChatGPT is also being replaced with Claude. Like this, many other technologies have been replacing one another. Till where we can go, till when the technology develops. Now who is developing this technology? It is us, human. But where is the human standing today? How humanity are we there? That is a question asked by the author. Clearly, see, the statement, see, I like the beauty of the article is that it has been given different statements. Destiny and intelligence, and he also given summoning the devil without a kill switch. What the AI should operate, how it should operate, where it should operate. And also, see, must awaken us to urgency of serious reflection on how to preserve the hidden realm of mind from which emotions emerge, from which inspiration flows, from which our desire pulse, the subjective part of human spirit that makes each of us irreluctant who we are. I like this statement and the quote very good. You can use directly this one in your mains. See how beautiful the article is written today. And also, data privacy vulnerabilities, proliferation of misinformation, electoral manipulations, the possibility of super intelligent weapon systems going rogue, This is all about the negatives of what is happening today. And also, preserving the digital sovereignty of nation states remains a challenge given that control over data is intrinsically linked to nation security and strategic autonomy of nations. A very beautiful lines quoted here. And also, the author is telling a moral compass. Here, different authors, different writers or speakers have been given something about the artificial intelligence. Do read this, it will be very much helpful. And lastly, see the lines, fragility and finitude. Fragility, see how beautifully he has given what is AI doing, how it is collapsing, and also how it is constructing. Fragility and finitude. And also, what the article is telling is that recently in Paris, if you are aware, recently in Paris, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi have been attended in Paris telling that, and also he have been highlighted India AI Impact Summit 2026 in New Delhi, and also Viva Tech 2026 conference in Paris this month, that is June 2026. Both the things he has been attended, and he talked about one thing, that is ethical artificial intelligence. Ethical artificial intelligence, that is how the humans should use the way of using of artificial intelligence. That is here ethical artificial intelligence, ethical AI governance. See the beautiful lines. Thus viewed in the framework of core human values anchored in the dignity of man, global leaders are expected to opt for humanistic-centric approach in deployment and regulation of artificial intelligence. And as part of that, the most important leader, the most effective leader of the world, that is Prime Minister Narendra Modi, have been joined 2 meetings, that is, one is in Paris and other is connected by India AI Impact Summit 2026 in New Delhi. And see the concluding lines also, I like this lines even. See, such a framework could democratize access to frontier AI and help build a shared, trustworthy AI ecosystem in an age that levels everything and reverses nothing. See how beautiful the lines are written, and how nations deal with this approachal challenge will define the quality of political leadership and our commitment to inclusive democracy anchored in equality and human dignity as the ultimate civilization aspirations. The entire article is very good, defined in very good lines. Definitely these lines will be helpful for your needs to get more extra marks. The 10% of edge you can take from this writings and include in your mains answer writing. It will give you definitely good marks. Now, let's see the other article for the day. The article is telling India's shipbuilding ambitions can set sail with Korea. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, South Korean President Lee Jae-myung met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in India. This is his first visit to India and the first leader by Korean leader in 8 years of span. Now, what did he tell? Let's see. So, he is the Korean Prime Minister. He has been met our Prime Minister and they have come to the deal. See, in Korea, basically, shipbuilding industry is very much popular. Now, in the talks, we have asked to transfer the technology knowledge to us. How to build the ships. As part of that, this is the article for today. So, thing is, India-South Korea shipbuilding partnership. We are going with Korea to learn how the ships are going to build. Now, why? See, basically, India is having the long coastline. Where ships are very much important for the transportation of goods. Now, this is where how exactly Korea is helping us. If you see the article, see, this paved for the strong collaboration between India and South Korea in the shipbuilding industry, a strategic sector that India is seeking to revive. Now, what happened as part of this? There are certain Korean industries which are been collaborating with the Indian industries for shipbuilding. For example, you can quote this in here, means answer writing. For an example, South Korean shipbuilding industry, that is Samsung Heavy Industries, HT Korea Shipbuilding and Offshore Engineering and Hanwha Ocean has already, these three have been already announced their investment plans, partnership or interest with India. For an example, you can see last year a subsidiary of Hyundai signed a memorandum of understanding with Cochin Shipyard Limited and has since announced plans to invest $4 billion in Thoothukudi, Tamil Nadu to construct a green shipyard. So basically, why the shipbuilding is important for India? If we see, there are three importances: economic, strategic and also industrial. Economic importance, you can see, generates employment, boosts the exports, attracts FDI and supports the manufacturing. Now Korea is telling that we will come, yes, we'll definitely help you. Now, due to this help, what happens? See, basically, constructing a ship, for construction of ship, you need a raw material. I have to get the metals what are needed. I have to get everything for the construction of the ship. Shipbuilding means constructing a new city itself. Raw materials, it develops again different employment, it gives different employment. So shipbuilding doesn't mean only shipbuilding. It is creating an entire new city. Okay. So it creates employment, it boosts, it attracts FDI and supports the manufacturing also. That is their economic importance. And how this is strategically important? We will get maritime security, naval capability, blue economy and also supply chain resilience. And also industries will be getting more. Now, if I start the shipbuilding, it develops heavy engineering, it needs the skill, workers, promotes MSMEs, creates ancillary industries and also ancillary means the supporting industries and enhances the technology adoption. This all creates the employment to India. And part of that, let's see what are the benefits getting from South Korea to India. The benefits are industrial benefits. South Korea is transferring the technology. That is, it is also training us. It is not only giving the ships, it is also training us that how the ships has to be built. What are the strategies to build these ships? It is also giving the engineering expertise, modern shipyards and green shipbuilding, as you have been already saw. Hyundai have been done memorandum of understanding with Cochin Shipyard to promote the green shipyard. And also it is bringing up economic benefits, strategic benefits as we have been already seen, and also human resources benefits. That is, it is asking for the skilled workforce such that employment is being getting done to India. This article is also very good. Now, three key priorities what the partnership have been brought to us. One is sustained policy and physical support, and the other is technology and industrial capacity, and the third one is the skilled workforce. Keeping skilled workforce aside, but South Korea is giving us policy support and also the money support, where one of the companies is going to invest $4 billion in Cochin, so that we are getting subsidies, incentives and also long-term policy. The next priority is technology transfer, that is technology absorption, competitive analysis with respect to the shipbuilding, and also local manufacturing that develops the employment, MSMEs, everything gets developed. And third one is skill, that is human capital, maritime education and research and innovation. See, article is very good. Read the article, definitely it helps. And not only that, we are filling our gaps of two things. See, filling the gaps. There must be a focus on human capital development. Yes, it is giving us policy and fiscal support and bringing in ancillary industries. Ancillary means the supporting industries there. Okay. Now, India went for two missions, that is India's Maritime Vision 2030 and also Maritime Amrit Kal Vision 2047. Now what it is telling, what is the objective of this programs is that India's Maritime Vision 2030 is going for an objective of building 10 India wants to be in the 10 shipbuilding nations by 2030 and in the top 5 by 2047. This is the two. One is India's Maritime Vision 2030, that is, we have to be in 10 shipbuilding nations by 2030, and Amrit Kal Vision 2047, that is telling that India has to be in top 5 nations by 2047 for shipbuilding industry. And South Korea is giving this. Article is very good. Please do have a thing. And he also mentioned India must continue to focus on 3 priorities, that is providing sustained policy and fiscal support by giving subsidies, developing the capacity to observe the transfer technology from the South Korea, and also formulating a sectoral-wise strategy with clear defined goals and targets. This is what the priorities India should develop. Clear? And the conclusion is also very good. It is telling that while India's shipbuilding ambitions are ambitious, they are not impractical. They are not impractical too. We can achieve. South Korea's shipbuilding journey from a minor player to global leader in just 15 years, beginning in the 1970s, demonstrate us what is possible and what is not possible so that India can replicate this success. Today, India is not learning anything new. It is learning something what is there already. So, India can replicate that success by focusing on 3 priorities, that is sustained policy and financial support, competitive shipbuilding, and also industrial capacity and a skilled workforce. These 2 editorials have been found very important because the terminology they used also enhance the beauty of the article. So, there might be other important things too, but I will conclude here because they are the most important for the exam. Please do have a look at earthquakes. Please do have a look at emergency and shipbuilding, that is India and South Korea shipbuilding partnership, and also have a look at ethical AI governance. Is it clear? Ethical AI governance is very much important in your ethics and also for your essays. Please have a look about that and the words they used, the sentences they used. It has been enhanced the beauty of the article. And please do use that words in your mains too. Definitely you'll get the 10 plus extra marks. The 10% edge definitely you'll get. That's all. Thank you. We'll be meeting up tomorrow.